and start that recording. Bingo. And next slide, please. All right, so this is our agenda for the day. We're gonna review our group agreements as typical and do a nice icebreaker. Michaela is going to give us an update on the RFP for the project funding. And then we're gonna do a little bit of a CAB reflection activity and talk about the end of year evaluation. And then we'll touch base on progress of extra credit number 2 for recruitment, promotion, and updates. Really appreciate folks' support with that. And then we'll end with talking about the transitioning to the next federal fiscal year and close up. That's what we have on deck. Especially if we're a smaller group, we probably won't spend the full hour. Give you a little bit of time to get back to your vacation, Jasmine. Next slide. All right, so our icebreaker today is to share what's been your favorite thing about participating in the CAB. Even though we're facilitators, I feel like I'm an active participant, and I'll just admit that I really appreciate this committee and the group that we've kind of formed. If you don't know, Christian and I facilitate a number of these in other states. So I participate in 3 of these different committees in different states, and so I'll just say that I really appreciate kind of the friendship and the camaraderie that we've been able to build with folks across all these states. I'm here in California, and I feel like I've, got a genuine connection to y'all out in Georgia, and it's nice to have that. So that's mine. I'm gonna popcorn it over to Tamika because you came on camera and you look like you're ready to share.
I'm ready. So I enjoy just being able to engage with everyone, learning, just learning new things, coming up with ideas on how to make the community better, and just being the whole networking part of it. So, and I mean, I like that assignment we had to do. We had to come up with something to present for a project. So those type of things I've really enjoyed.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Popcorn to somebody.
Let's see. Well, Jasmine, I know you're on vacation.
Just like Miss Tamika said, just being able to engage and just you know being able to uh help out in the community, just getting to help with the Snapchat and all of those things.
Nice. Nice. I'll popcorn it for you to Michaela. Oh, I know Michaela is like transitioning and in the car.
Okay,
Oh.
sorry guys, I couldn't find the mute button on my phone. I never had that happen before. I put mine in the chat, but I just said getting feedback for our SNAP Ed program and hearing back from the communities has definitely been my favorite part.
Perfect. Christian, that leaves you.
Yeah, I kind of love everything about this board. Everything that you guys mentioned, getting feedback, getting to know you all, having community with you all once a month. Even though we take a break in the summer, I miss you guys like crazy while we're out. But I just really enjoy like learning from you all. You all teach me something new every time we get together and we talk and we share ideas, and I just learn from you all. So I'm grateful for your companionship and for being on this committee with you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. I echo that. Let's go ahead and go on to the next slide. So, typical group agreements. I know we've seen this every meeting. These are the 9 that we agreed to in the beginning of the year. Coming in the next coming months, when we bring on new members, we'll be revisiting and redefining these. But can you guys give me a thumbs up if possible if you still commit to these, and we'll keep it moving. I see it. I see it. I see it. All right, wonderful. Next slide. All right, that means I'm turning it over to Michaela.
Okay, can you go to the next slide, please? So just wanted to provide you guys with a little bit of an update on the request for proposals. So this is about the, I know that somebody had talked about it before, like getting the opportunity to present proposals and write proposals. This is just an update on the one that you guys had voted for back. I can't remember which meeting it was. I believe it was in the May meeting. And it was called A Healthy Use, a Better Use. So we have released that request for proposals out to our community partners back on August 9th, and the proposals are due on September 27th. We're hoping to have a bunch of people apply to start to have this in local communities around the state and start work in January of 2025. I think that's all the updates I have for now. If you guys continue on in the CAB in next year, then I will have an idea of who will actually be getting funding. So stay tuned for that. But that's all I have.
Cool. All right. We are so looking forward to that. I can't wait to see how that all plays out. And we'll obviously be working with you guys as we move forward with that project. Hi, Jody. Welcome. Let's go to the next slide. All right, Christian, you want to lead us through this
Yeah.
reflection activity?
Yes, it's my turn. So we're going to do a reflection activity. And like Beatrice said, we're not a very large group today, and that's okay. Those who watch the recording, if you guys see this, email me your reflections and answers to your questions. It matters what you guys think and how you guys experience this CAB. We're going to talk a little bit about the end of the year evaluation that's coming up as well. So first, I just want to kind of get our brains in this space. What would you tell friends? And you can come off mute, you can type in the chat, you can do whatever you're comfortable with. What would you tell friends or family has been a highlight for you being involved on this committee? So if somebody asks you, like, what do you love about the CAB? Or what is your favorite thing? Or what's been the best thing you did this year on the CAB? What would you tell them? I would say, for myself personally, it was really cool reading all your RFPs and seeing how innovative and just like intelligent and like you guys came up with such great ideas with the resources that you had. And I just loved reading those RFPs and meeting with you guys to discuss those ideas further and dig into those ideas.
Mhm.
So that's what I would tell somebody.
Well, and I know, just, kind of recognizing it's semi-similar to our check-in question, but I think how we talk about this to other people is always a little different than how we talk about it amongst ourselves, right? Like, I explain this work to my teenagers as like, community advocates that are coming together for what they want to see in their community. And how it's been really cool to be able to see this group be able to inform funding that's coming, from the feds down into the state of Georgia. And so, I think the framing of the question is, kind of to how you talk about this work with others. Are there any highlights that stand out from you all, or have you had conversations with others about your involvement?
I haven't had any conversations. Well, I know when we had to do the one with social media where we posted on social media and I put it up in my school, I had a
Mhm.
couple of my colleagues ask me about the program. And so I was able to share that with them. But I just think it's pretty cool being able to read the different, and I hope I'm saying it right, the different proposals, and we vote and rank them, thinking like how we thought they should it be number 5. We had different communities that we were voting on. So I would tell people about that and how the different proposals are trying to help, the community and help people live a better lifestyle with eating and things of that sort.
Thanks for sharing, Tamika.
I do see Jody dropped a comment in the chat, and she said, learning about the SNAP Ed process and being part of a group looking to increase nutrition and health opportunities and equity throughout Georgia has been inspirational. This has been a place where I have felt I can make a valuable contribution, and it will benefit a wider community. I love that, Jody. Okay, I don't hear anyone else or see any other comments, so I'm going to move to the next one. So what can we change in the upcoming year? And this, this is feedback for us. What can we make better for you all? How can we make the CAB function smoother? If you feel like there was something that could have gone smoother, assignments, meeting times, anything that you guys felt like could be changed, what do you think we could change in the next upcoming year? That's very close. Actually, October's like right around the corner.
I was probably thinking we could probably find a way to make it more interactive, because we are able to share, and I know you guys are great at saying, hey, share, what do y'all have? And sometimes we're very quiet. But I guess trying to find a way to make, and I hate to say it this way, make us talk, make us interact, and make us engage in conversation. Like finding a way we all have to kind of probably say something, contribute. Because I know at times some people, and I know myself, I'm guilty. If we say, well, do you have anything you want to say? And I know I'm quiet at times too. But if I have to, and I know I'm gonna have to engage, it's gonna make me say something or think of something to kind of be more active and participating. So I think it'll be a great way for us to find a way so we can interact a little bit more, so we won't just be quiet, because I know I'm guilty.
Mm-hmm. And we all can be at times, right? We try to keep it to be a nice, safe environment. But I like that recommendation, Tamika. We can look at some strategies and bring some things back to you guys. Other suggestions?
Right. So it sounds like we're going to spend quite a bit of time in the coming months on the RFP. Are there other elements of the strategic plan that we'll be addressing as well that, lend themselves to more collaboration? I mean, I know that we lose the Jamboards in October with Google, but those are always an interesting opportunity for being able to post ideas and information after meetings or hours when things are still fresh and on people's minds. I know that there's, we have an hour. Some meetings there's a lot to cover, and other meetings we have more opportunity to be able to sit and discuss things. But is there another tool that we could use to be able to add to the conversation after the fact? Maybe that will help to spur more engagement and collaboration in the coming year.
Yeah, absolutely, Jody. There's a number of tools that we use that we can maybe incorporate more. Another option that we haven't done in these settings that might be one to look at is, being able to break you guys off into smaller groups so you can discuss and then come back and share. Sometimes people are more comfortable, and also, to your point, Tamika, pressured to participate when it's a one-on-one situation. You'll come off mute and talk to somebody. So yeah, there's some strategies we can elevate and pull forward, and see what we have that works. Right, Christian?
Yeah, I was thinking to the community events and highlights board for you guys all in your group.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit, Christian. I'm sorry. I know you're in a place with bad connection. But I think you were suggesting the community events board we use for other committees, which at the end of every meeting, we allow the participants to share what's going on within the community. And it's a great way to kind of share and promote other events outside of this work that others may be interested in or could also cross promote. So I agree that might be something to elevate, and we can pull together some suggestions and facilitate a conversation with folks in the coming meetings to look at some adjustments that we'll make. But I like where we're going with this. It sounds like more interaction is something that you all would like to see. Any other changes you'd like to see in the coming year? I'm just going to get the slides back up. Down.
I'm just going to throw a very gratuitous plug out there. You guys
Go
do
for
such a
it.
great job with communicating with us, the access to the Google Drive, the information that comes out, Christina's regular emails to us. I can't say enough about how easy you make this for me to participate. And I really do appreciate what you've invested into this for our benefit. And it really, it's an incredible group of very creative and collaborative people. And I really appreciate everything you guys have done to help forward that.
Thank you for that, Joni. That feels good to hear. It's not always perfect, but we are definitely trying to make it easy for you guys to engage. So it's good to hear that's how it comes off. And so there's no pressure, but we do want you to be thinking about, ways that we can improve and move forward. I'm gonna take us to our last reflection question. And I always like to hear this one because, when you sign on, you have one vision of what you're going to be doing or what's going to be expected of you. But is that what really happened, right? Is this project what you thought it would be? And how might it be different than what you expected? I think that go ahead.
Okay. No, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
And I was just going to fill some air. So don't let me do that. Go right ahead, Tamika.
No, I was just gonna say, I think that's my second year. Yeah, my second year. I think it's what I expected it to be. And I've really enjoyed it. I really have. But how is it different than you expected? And I don't think it's any different than what I expected because it was explained when I first signed up a year ago. What will we be doing? And then this year it was explained as well. So it was everything that I expected thus far, and I enjoy it. So
That's helpful, Tamika.
Mhm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about Jasmine or Jody?
I have to agree. I didn't because the expectations were outlined so well. It wasn't really a different expectation. I just found that the work that we were doing was I guess I didn't expect to have such a forward hand in helping make the SNAP-Ed program more robust, more accessible. I guess I thought I was going to be hearing a lot about what SNAP-Ed was and the conceptual ideas behind things, but I didn't think that we would be making the making decisions. I really was just like, I just thought it was going to be, yeah, what does this sound like to you? I guess I was thinking of it, if you kind of picture one of those television shows or movies where they're showing, people testing cereals or sodas, and they're just like, do you like the taste of A or do you like the taste of B better? And I didn't really think that it would be such an impactful decision, that we would be making a proposal, and that was it was fun. I didn't expect it. I guess didn't expect it to be so creative. Even though the expectations were outlined, I didn't really read past those expectations to see what would come of them. It was just it's been more of a creative, playful business function than it's a bureaucratic program and here it is. And I don't think people really, I know that people don't, because I've been dealing with this a lot in some of my recent conversations about the Farm Bill. People don't understand what SNAP really is, and how important it is as an agricultural end product. So it's been impressive. It's really been, it's really exciting to me. I look forward to these meetings. I'm like really the office geek. Everybody's like, I was like, I got to finish up. I got to get to my SNAP Ed meeting. They're like, oh, I can't wait to hear what you're doing this time. And it's like, oh, we're going to talk. I don't know. It's, the end of the cycle. And so it's going to be a kind of a different meeting, but it was, yeah, I just get excited about being able to see, here's what this is, and here's how it's actually working in the community, and the community being the state. So it's interesting, and it's very interesting because obviously you as representative to or partnering with SNAP Ed Georgia and the University of Georgia on this. And I know from having done a lot of research about the state of California, I just finished 2 training sessions with, is it Annie's Table? No, Annie's Table's not right.
Leah's Pantry.
Leah's Pantry. They took me in on their training because I'm in AmeriCorps Vista. So I actually got to see different types of SNAP Ed and food waste programs, and it's really impressive. So I'm, this has been very exciting, very enlightening.
Wonderful. That's really good to hear. Thanks for sharing, Jody. Any other thoughts on how this may be different than you expected? I think what I was going to say when I was filling air, Tamika, was that this is also helpful for us when we're explaining this to oncoming members, right? And fielding questions and calls. If there is any kind of, element of the responsibility that was misunderstood, or things you didn't think you were going to be doing that you could have been better prepared for, we want to be able to use this information to help prepare the next cycle of members that are adding in. All right, hearing nothing else, we can keep this going. I think this information is really helpful to us. What we also wanted to let you know is that we will be following up with an official feedback survey and evaluation on the committee. And so hopefully these questions started your wheels to turning. That feedback email or evaluation is really important to us, kind of improving these models and making sure that this committee is working the way it was intended, and that you as the participants are able to kind of report that and share that so that we can continually improve. So we are going to send you that information, and although it's not an official assignment, we would really appreciate it if you treated it as such and got that back to us as soon as possible. With that, I think I'll see how Christian's internet is doing. You back with us, sweetie?
I am. Can you guys hear me okay now?
We can.
Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta Pick one or the other today. That's the kind of day we're having. So I just wanted to give you guys a brief update on recruitment and promotion. We can go ahead and go to the next slide. We had 7 of you share the recruitment, promotion, and materials through everything that we shared with you all on Google Drive. So thank you so much. I'm super grateful for your guys' support and help in recruiting new members for next year. So you can see we had a lot of social media and email, and then we also had, I shipped out some physical flyers for some CAB members that had requested them. And so they were able to post up physical flyers for those. Somebody did say other, but they never specified where they shared it. So either way, I'm grateful for your guys' help and support in this. Thus far, I believe we've collected 12 applications. So we'll be moving forward into transitioning and recruiting those new members soon.
Yeah, I'll just also add, like, this year was a lot different. We appreciate your push for recruitment. Kind of a hat off to you guys, or a shout out to you for your efforts. Correct me if I'm wrong, Michaela, if you can, but I think we got a full 9 applicants before our other partners even shared it out, which was just, a perfect kind of link to what your promotion did as members. Is that right, Michaela?
Yeah, I think it was either 9 or 11. I can't remember, but you had told me last week in our meeting, but I was very impressed by that. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. So that just goes to kind of speak to the power that you guys have as an entity as you're pushing it forward. I don't think we've had that same degree of support with recruitment from the committee in the past. So it's really great to see how supportive that is. Thanks, guys. All right. So I want to just hit on some, top, larger topics as we're transitioning to the next federal fiscal year. The first one is, and it's not on the screen, but it is very important. We have processed all of our paperwork to make sure that you are receiving your reimbursements. And we did that in hopes that you guys could have plenty of time this month to receive them and confirm that you received them. By chance, has anybody received their reimbursement already?
It just came in today's mail.
Yay.
I haven't. I guess I need to check the mailbox. But I
Okay,
checked.
wonderful.
I haven't either. Well,
Okay.
I don't know.
So they're probably on the same kind of timeline, Tamika, Jasmine. If you didn't get them today, you can probably expect them in the next coming days to come in the mail. If for any reason you get to the middle of the month and you have not received it, please follow up with us. We want to make sure that you guys receive those in a timely fashion. We really appreciate your commitment to this work, and so we want to make sure there's no problems with that. Admittingly, our nonprofit works a lot like a government agency, so there's a couple of levels to go through to make sure that you get that. So I just want to be able to follow up if there's any issues with anybody's reimbursement. Feel free to reach out to Christian or myself, and we'll follow up and make sure you get it as quickly as possible. So as we look at transitioning into the next year, there's a couple of things that you can expect to come first thing in the new year. And so as Michaela shared, the RFP is underway. And as that closes, our very first assignment, I'm sorry, I'm shifting gears, I apologize. Recruitment is underway. And as that closes, our very first assignment will be to engage the committee in selecting new CAB members. And so Jody, this I think is your first year. However, some of your peers may have been through this process before. We will be, using the meeting next month to talk about the scoring processes. We'll share all the applications with y'all, and it'll be an assignment like any other where you're able to score the applications and provide your feedback on which applicants you feel like will help us to stretch our committee, right? We're always looking to expand and diversify representation that's on the committee, look at other regions of the state that are not represented, different demographics and perspectives that we can include to have as diverse a committee as possible. So that's going to be the first thing we see coming in the new year. And then as we transition to, the new federal fiscal year, we will be submitting a recommitment survey for you. We have digitalized the process of agreeing to the terms and the MOU that you guys filled out via email last year to commit to being a participant in this process. And so all of the requirements and the roles and responsibilities are the same. We're just digitalizing that in the same kind of survey format that you're used to doing through assignments. And so you will get that before the end of this month to complete. Because we're dotting I's and crossing T's, it is tedious, but we do have to collect a new W-9 from you every year. So sorry, if you change the date on it and re-sign it, you can upload it and we will collect all of those from you before the new year. Sound like a good plan?
Yes.
Okay. Within that, the last bullet on that section is that we're going to be resurveying for the best date and time to meet. So there's a couple of things that are moving in this same process. We've closed out this year, and for some members, Thursdays has not been the best time for them. Also, as we bring on new members, we want to be able to identify a time that works for them as well. So you'll notice in that recommitment survey, we will ask you about preferred dates and times so that we can make an adjustment moving forward. We'll give you headway Thursday or next October's meeting will be at the same time, just so you can, know what to expect moving forward, but we will choose a date and time to switch the reoccurrence and keep you posted on the results of that survey so you know what your peers are picking. All right. As I said, this is a little bit of a brief meeting, right? Especially with a small group. We're hoping the reflection conversation would have been a little bit longer, but we are really grateful for your time and recognize it's late in the evening and some of us, Jasmine, are on vacation. So we'll let you get back to your fun. Here's our typical reminder. Oh, it says TBD. I don't think that's true.
No, that's not true. I'll change it.
Thank you. I apologize. Our next meeting is in October. It will be on the first Thursday of the month, whatever that date is, and at 5 o'clock. And as always, the Google Drive is there for you. And then, we always leave this up, stay connected, Christian and Michaela. I will share that, Christian will be taking some leave in October and will be returning to us later. If you care to share why, you're more than welcome to.
Yes, I'm going to be having another baby next month, so I will be out. As always, I am also available. We'll get some automatic routing for Christian's emails in case anybody has questions for her. But you guys will see me in October and possibly another person supporting. So we will make sure that you are well supported while we all miss Christian for a couple of months. I think that's all we got, folks. Any last questions or comments from anyone?
No, just besides congratulations on the new baby.
Thank you. We're excited to welcome him.
Yes.
It'll be good. All right. Well, that's all the time I need to steal from you guys today. Enjoy your evening. Go do something fun.